don't choose which one to do from here. Don't choose from your mind of, this is what I think I need to do. This is who I am, and so this is what I do, right? This is identity, defining, choosing things based on our ego and our projections of our beliefs and perspectives. Instead, make a choice about what you're gonna do from a different place entirely, from here, and listen to the feeling of excitement within you. Whatever sounds the most exciting sometimes might be scary. You might think with your ego, no, this is not something I should do, right? I would actually prefer to do this instead. But if your excitement is calling you to do something, move forwards with it. And every time we make a choice in our life to move out of love and excitement, it profoundly impacts the creation of our path and the timeline that we are on. Hey everybody, welcome back to Vibes and Frequencies. My name's Nathan, in case this is your first time ever being here, and I make videos that have to do with spirituality, metaphysics, spiritual awakening, the whole journey. It's been a wild ride, it's been a crazy ride for sure. I've been making videos for the last almost 2 years now. We're coming pretty close. Basically, starting in January, it will have been 2 years. So I've been making videos for almost 2 years, and my transformation and all of the things that I've been going through, I've just been bearing it all, just showcasing all of it on the internet. And it's been intense, So the truth is that I've been feeling a lot of intensity lately in my own personal life in terms of, this spiritual journey. The part of the journey that I'm on and the part of the awakening and the energies that are breaking through me are very powerful. And I can see pretty clearly that it's not just me who's going through this, and that all of my friends, my family, others here on YouTube, it's pretty clear that all of us are being exposed to the same energies, in the sense that it's not just unique to me, it's not just something special that's happening for me, but something that's happening for all of us. Now, of course, we are all extremely different. We are very clearly very similar, but there's a lot of differences about us each individually, and it causes us to experience these energy shifts and dynamics in kind of a different way. We perhaps define them differently, give them different meanings, explain it differently, and tell ourselves different things about what's going on. So this is part of free will and free choice here in our individual human experience, and it's a very beautiful thing. It's very beautiful. There's nothing wrong with the fact that we're all experiencing it differently. So I want to tell you what this video is, because at this point you're probably like, what? I know that's what I was doing when I pushed record, What I want to talk about in this video is spiritual alignment, how to know in the spiritual awakening and at this part of our journeys if we are in alignment with our most powerful, most authentic expression of who we truly are, our true being, right? I'm talking alignment with the universe. So that's what we're gonna talk about in this video. And I also wanna let you guys know that I do crystal giveaways almost every video. It kinda just depends on the flow, but I've got one in this video for you. Again, depending on the flow of the video, that'll pop up and I'll explain to you guys what the giveaway is and how to be a part of it. So you can choose to stay tuned for that if you'd like. So, spiritual alignment. The first thing that we gotta do, or that we could do, is talk about what does this mean? What is spiritual alignment? So I wanna first begin this video with an open-ended question to you. What is spiritual alignment to you? What does it mean to be in alignment with the universe? Now, this is such a broad question because the universe is you. It's all of the people in your life. It's the environment around you. It's everything, So we're talking about being in alignment with all that is, And when we look at this, I think that one of the best questions we could ask, rather than just trying to define this and put this question into a box, and this is according to me, I really genuinely want to hear from you guys below, anybody that's willing to share, what does it mean to you? What do you think? How does it ring with you, To me, I think it's important to almost look at the opposite question. What does it mean to not be in alignment? You know, I feel like this almost sheds more light on what alignment is than trying to understand it on its own. Right? What does it mean to not be in alignment? Well, I know what it feels like because, again, I've been going through some intense energy shifts. I've been encountering a lot of fear within my being, you know. A lot of you who have been following my journey and seeing these videos and staying tuned, it's pretty clear that I've been going through certain things that might fall into categories that we talk about spiritually as the dark night of the soul, you know, shadow work, things like this. This is what I've been going through. And what it feels like to not be in alignment is to feel inside of myself like I feel the need to change what is, you know? I feel like I'm not in alignment personally when I'm feeling in myself that something's not right. You know, that something about my current situation is not, you know, thumbs up. It's not good. You know, when I feel the need to be changing things, when I feel the need to get up and move and change the course of my life or things like this is what it feels like to me. Now, I don't have all of the answers, and I've been making that very clear in these most recent videos that I've been making, is that I don't really know what I'm talking about. What my channel really is me just sharing my personal experience, and honestly, I'm starting to realize that it's almost like my YouTube channel is like a drama. It's like a drama show where like I'm the character that everybody's like watching and relating with, and we're all growing together, you know? This is something that I was thinking about, like, damn, it's almost like my life is turning into a TV show for everybody. But you know, this is just my personal opinion that stands right now, is that I feel like I'm not in alignment when I'm trying to change things, when I feel like, you know, everything is not right around me. And when I'm in this state, I notice that I tend to push a lot against myself, others, my environment. I become very pushy. I become very agitated. I become very triggered very easily by others, by myself, by the way that things are. And it's very interesting, you know? That's what it feels like to me. Now, when we're answering the question of what is being in alignment, this is a tricky thing. Because what I personally believe in my experience in my journey is that we are always in alignment, no matter what. I don't necessarily think that you can be out of alignment, because everything is us, theoretically. You know, whether that resonates with you or not, that's your choice, how you want to feel about it. But it seems to me like I am everything. And when I'm going through these waves of transformation and going through some serious shit lately, all of reality reflects it to me. It seems like everything is going through some serious shit when I'm going through the serious shit, you know? And this whole oneness of us all being the same consciousness experiencing itself through a bunch of individual human meat suits, I mean, that resonates with me still very powerfully. So how could we not be in alignment? What if not being in alignment is just kind of choosing with our egos to define and say that things aren't going the way that we planned. Things aren't going the way that we feel that they should be, and so we're not in alignment. You know what I'm saying? This is, I think, what tends to happen, and this is what I've felt many a times in my personal journey, is that I'm not happy with the way that things are going. I don't approve. It's not going the way that I prefer it to be. And so I feel that I'm out of alignment. I feel that I need to, you know, go inward and look at all these things about myself that I'm not happy about, and I need to change them. I need to let go, right? I need to move through this and create myself anew. And the funny thing is that my current opinion, it's an opinion, okay? My current opinion is that the only time you're ever out of alignment, firstly, you can't be out of alignment, and I'll explain that momentarily and shed some light on some personal things I've been going through as examples. But firstly, you can't be out of alignment, but when you quote unquote are out of alignment, It's because we are trying to change the way that things are, you know? It's almost as if we're just simply holding a belief that we're not in alignment, and so we get to experience that as true. I've been going through some crazy shit, guys. You know, I've been really exploring so many layers of myself and the universe around and in me, and it's nuts. The things that I'm feeling, it's absolutely nuts. I can't even begin to describe it. It's ridiculousness that is taking place in my existence. And it's pretty clear to me how powerful the human mind is. This is an incredibly powerful tool that we have here. Incredibly powerful. And it's got so much energy that comes with it that it can move. Our beliefs and our perspectives very seriously influence our experience in our reality, right? Based on my beliefs and my experience, I continuously get reflections that show me the reflections of those beliefs and things. And so I begin to feel how powerful things like the law of attraction and my beliefs are at influencing the creation of my path in life. So we've got something that is truly quite intense and powerful, you know, the mind, the ability to shift ourselves, to create ourselves, to always be choosing, to change our path in any given moment. That exists, and it's pretty clear that nobody can take that from us. That's an inherent ability that comes with being human. And it's wild, man. It's wild. But there's this special vibe, you know, this special vibration that exists. And it's always here, regardless of your beliefs and perspectives. You know, no matter what you believe, no matter what it is that you want to perceive or want to experience, there's something that's here. And it's you. You can't stop existing. Now, you could argue that you could, you know, end your life. Sure. But I think personally, and it's my own opinion, that you would find immediately after that your existence still continues. You know, we're here. And that's what's here regardless of our beliefs and perspectives, is that we are conscious and we are alive. And when we feel into that energy, it's pretty clear, again, based on my own current experience and perspectives, that we are always in alignment. Even when you're freaking out, even when you're not happy, even when it seems like things aren't going the way that you planned, you're in alignment. You're here, you're alive, you are consciousness. And that is everything. You are always one with all that is. You cannot be against it. Certainly we can walk around in our human meat suits and act chaotically and do things that hurt ourselves and others in our environment, which obviously this reflects, you know, this doesn't seem like alignment. But you still are. It doesn't matter how much you push against yourself and who you are always you. You are always here. You've always been here. And things have been tough lately, guys. I know I'm not the only one that's been going through it and feeling it. The energy changes, all the chaos that's been happening, those kinds of manifestations popping up in our society and reality, the things that we've been feeling, a lot of us have been tending to project at others and judge them. And a lot of this is because we're healing, you know? It's because when we're judging somebody else, what we're really doing is judging ourselves. And it's just this big cosmic echo, and it's quite comical, really. And I really appreciate the moments where I allow myself to feel that, because it feels incredible. It feels like there's this electric energy moving all in my back, this pumping action of this incredible ecstasy just moving through me, and for nothing. It has nothing to do with me or what I'm choosing to believe or perceive or change. It's just because I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. And you know, lately in my personal life, I'm gonna share some things with you guys. Lately in my personal life, I've been feeling like I'm both not here and also more here than I've ever been. You know, I've been going through a lot of stuff within myself, and I've been making a lot of videos about it, so I'm not going to share a lot of that stuff, but I just want to share a few perspectives with you guys. And a lot of you have heard me mention these over the years, over these 2 years, but they're good. They're good stories to share, and I'm willing to, be vulnerable and show you guys my crazy, because I think that it's powerful to see that we're all going through this together, So certain examples are, a long time ago, I was dating somebody, and we dated for a long time. It was a very serious relationship, and all of a sudden it came to an end. She was no longer feeling it, and had met somebody else. So I felt so traumatized by this. I felt so out of alignment, I feel as though there's something wrong with me, and I must go out and change all of these things. I must win her back. I must find somebody else. Again, this energy of feeling the need to change things, non-acceptance, just letting it be in this state of surrender, right? That's how I was feeling. But everything that happens, we in our mind might feel that it's not what we want. But on a higher level, it really is. Nothing is happening to us. It really truly is all happening for us. And it's hard to feel into when we're going through these traumatic experiences like, no, I did not appreciate being cheated on and being left high and dry when I needed help from my partner, the number one person that I felt I could trust and depend on. It caused a lot of trauma in me, and to feel as though I cannot trust life anymore. I can't trust others. I can't trust myself. And even though that all feels and looks like being out of alignment, I was incredibly in alignment in that whole experience. This is something that my true being, the universe, was the gift of my life and my story and experience unfolding. And it's led me to so much profound connection. I'm now in alignment, quote unquote, as if I wasn't before, with my true partner in this life. And there's all kinds of other things that have happened from it too, because I've had to learn to trust and to be vulnerable with others and let love in, even though that happened, So I've had to learn to be unconditional about my love, unconditional about my trust, unconditional about my faith in the way that things are playing out. And this has been incredibly powerful. So who's to say whether it's in alignment or not? You know what I'm saying? We're constantly going through things. These whole last 2 weeks, I've been dealing with a lot of my internal fears, and a lot of it has had to do with my fear of how I affect others. I don't want to let people down. I don't want to trigger people. I don't want to hurt people's feelings. I want to be a positive source of light and energy that everybody can come and connect to and feel better, and to just feel that vibe. And so that's how I had created myself to be, a generator of positive electric vibrations for anybody that wants to come and connect to it after a long, hard day, essentially, right? And there is no right or wrong, we're always in alignment. But in a state of surrender and kind of letting go, it's pretty clear to me now, at least, with myself, I won't project at you, but with myself, that in surrendering and just allowing myself to just be and appreciating this gift of life and consciousness and being here and all the pain and struggle that comes with it, it's pretty clear that I don't need to try to be something that I'm not. I don't need to try to help others, I don't need to try. I don't need to force myself to put on a smile and feel positive and share exciting things with everybody when that's not truthfully what I'm feeling right now in this moment. Because when we shove ourselves into these boxes of inauthenticity and we're holding this frame so seriously, when we hold the frame so seriously about who we are and who we want to be, it causes a lot of pain. And this is a good example that I like to share. Look around us, look at this amazing gift. And I realized too, for the last, 2 weeks, I think, I was living in Los Angeles with my parents, and it is very difficult for me in that space to look around and appreciate, because it doesn't resonate with me. That's not where I want to be or what feels right to me, And so I appreciate that all of us may find ourselves in a different location, and some of us may not like where we are or what's going on, or the people in our lives, or the job that we have to do, or any of these things, you know? So I appreciate that, and I just wanted to mention that it's pretty clear that when I'm in certain areas that aren't resonant of who I truly am, I struggle. I do. You know? But anyways, we are here. And look at the nature, you know, everything is constantly changing. There's even seasons that exist. The leaves fall from the trees, new ones blossom, you know? Everything is constantly in motion and changing. This is a principle that is woven into every bit of fabric of our universe, whether you believe in it or not. Whether you hold a perspective or belief that's influencing you to hallucinate and experience it this way, it's true that everything is always changing and nothing stays the same. What we can remember, if we choose to, is that we are everything. We are part of that nature. Everything that's constantly changing and evolving, how could we think that we are separate from that and that we will always stay the same too? You know? I don't think we can, but that's just my personal opinion and perspective based on what I've experienced in my life. Is that I don't think that we ever will just stay the same. You know? I feel that we are constantly changing. And so if we hold a certain frame of who we want to be and we try to force ourselves into that, it causes a lot of resistance and pain in our lives. It certainly has for me. But when I just allow the changes to happen and I allow the fluctuations of energy to move through me, you know, when I'm having a hard time, when I'm struggling, when I'm having a little bit of a breakdown, I just allow myself to have it, you know, rather than trying to bury it and pretend like it's not happening and force myself to be something I'm not and try to jump into a different timeline where that's not happening. You know, I've kind of found that just letting it be feels really fucking good. You know, like these last 2 weeks, I have not felt well. And I think that that's been clear to everybody. But simultaneously in my not feeling well, who I really am is extremely proud and feeling incredible ecstasy about all of this. And my person, you know, Nathan, my human meat suit is how I tend to explain it on this channel. I'm incredibly proud of him. He's bearing it all, you know? He's just letting it happen. And he's just allowing these integrations and the nature to change through him and with him. You know, we are all one and we are all part of this. You know, there's a huge great awakening taking place right now. And a lot of this is because of the change that's happening. It's just natural. We're changing with it, you know? And so this is my biggest thing. You know, our whole question about, you know, how to stay in alignment, how to be in alignment during a spiritual awakening. The truth is that sometimes we might feel very powerfully that we are not in alignment. Other times, things might be going so well, so many synchronicities. Maybe, you know, you've met your life partner, you're making tons of money, you've manifested your dream job. And so it's pretty easy to say, I'm in alignment, and tell yourself that. But saying this, again, is coming from a place of belief and perspective, which there's nothing wrong with. It's a fundamental process of this part of our dimensional experience of being alive, you know? So there's nothing wrong with it. It's not something to push against or to ban or say it's bad. It isn't. It's a gift that we get to navigate reality and have this badass experience, you know? But whether you think you're in alignment or you think you're not, maybe just drop the word think. Perhaps, you know, if that resonates with you. When you think you're in alignment, when you think you're not in alignment, you just are, regardless of what you're thinking or your perspective or your experience is. You are always in an alignment. And we don't know what we're going through right now, what that's going to turn into. You know, a lot of us like to think that we do, and we like to share that with others, and that's okay. That's part of our human experience. But at the end of the day, again, my own perspective and opinion is that we don't know anything. We're just here, and we're just going through it together. I don't know what tomorrow holds, guys. I don't. But it seems pretty clear to me that just letting it happen feels more amazing than I've ever felt in my life, even though I'm having such a hard time right now. And that's the honest truth. So I do have a crystal giveaway that I want to do for you guys. And what you're looking at on the screen right now is a piece of tanzanite that I've made into a necklace for you. So tanzanite is one of my favorite crystals. It's probably in my top 5. And crystals are pretty cool, you know. These last 2 weeks, again, I was experiencing a lot of fear and a lot of challenges, and I was pushing really hard against who I am. And a lot of who I am is someone that's very excited about crystals and loves them, right? So again, I've been going through this big purge, and I've been pushing against a lot of who I am. Pushing, trying to change it, confused, not understanding why this is happening. Why? I need a reason for this. But it's funny because I don't think there is any reason. I think it's just happening, and I'm just here experiencing it, watching the show. But anyways, I realized that was a little bit of a ramble. This kind of whole video really is. But for the crystal giveaway, I love tanzanite a lot, and I think it lends itself very well to the energy of this video, because a lot of times we feel within ourselves that we need to go out and change things, that it's really important that we do this, this, and that, you know? We focus really hard on the physical dimension in this sense, which again, there's nothing wrong with. It's part of our experience. I think one of the struggles is that sometimes we identify with this part of the experience so much that we don't allow ourselves to appreciate all the other things that are also part of our experience. You know, when you're staring so strongly at just this one thing, you can see how, well, your eyes aren't necessarily able to see and appreciate all the other dimensions of who you are and things that are playing out, you know? So the reason I like tanzanite and why I want to give it away in this video is because tanzanite has a very relaxing presence to it. You know, it's very relaxing. It's often recommended to people who feel like they need to work really, really hard and they experience a lot of suffering in their life from that, like they can't relax, they can't cut themselves a break, they're always burning out. Tanzanite is an energy for these kinds of people. If you feel the need to always be changing things and going out, tanzanite's a great symbolic energy for us to be working with and experience. So, I'm gonna give it away, long story short. So there's 3 things to do to be considered as a potential winner in this crystal giveaway. Because I've actually got a robot algorithm that's going to pick the winner. It's not actually me. So here's the 3 things to do for the algorithm to even recognize you as being a part of it. Number 1 is to either push the thumbs up or thumbs down button. That's up to you. You know, that's up to you. You just need to interact with the buttons. It's okay with me. Whatever you end up doing is great. Thanks for being you. Now, the second thing to do is comment below and let me know, how do you feel about alignment in this spiritual journey that's playing out right now for all of us? You can interpret this however you want, but that is the prompt that will include you in this, right? Spiritual alignment is probably a good word to include in your comment for the robot algorithm to acknowledge you, okay? Now, the third thing to do is to be a subscriber and have that bell notification clicked. So all 3 of those things, the robot algorithm will look at, and I'll hit you guys up very soon here and let you know by responding to your comment who is the winner. So, moving forwards. There's something else that I wanted to mention in this video that is not my perspective and belief. Man, I need to take a shower, guys. I'm feeling pretty gross in my hair and stuff. I'm gonna take a shower. You'll see in 2 or 3 days from today, my next video, I'm gonna have like beautiful, luscious hair because I washed it. But there's this guy named Daryl Enka, and he channels an entity. This is what we say as our human collective. This is what we have decided and agreed is happening with Daryl Enka, okay? And that's not me calling it out or saying it's fake. I just am being a little bit more practical about it. Daryl channels an entity known as Bashar. That's what we all call him. It's an alien entity. Now what Daryl says, or I'm sorry, what Bashar says through Daryl is that one of the most powerful things that we can possibly do in this spiritual journey and just being human is to follow our excitement. Now, I really wanted to mention this because I feel like it's incredibly relevant in this video. It's very resonant of the conversation about being in alignment. Again, my opinion is that we are always in alignment. Bashar's opinion is that perhaps we'll find ourselves in alignment more when we listen to our hearts and follow our excitement in life. So, for example, Right now, I have multiple choices of things that I can go and do once I push and record on this, right? I can go to the library and start editing this video and getting ready to upload it. That's something I could do. I could play my guitar. I could call my mom and tell her I love her, right? I could go out to lunch with a friend. I could call somebody, see if they want to go on a hike, right? I've got all these different options and opportunities. Now, based on where you're at in your life right now, the place that you're in, who you know, all these things, you're going to have different options on your list of what you could do right now. But realize that there's actually a lot that you could do. Sometimes we feel pretty limited, and that's really a choice that we make to feel trapped in our experience. But there's always something you can do. Really, I mean, you could pull out a napkin and draw on it, okay? See what I'm saying? There's a lot of different things you could do. You could meditate. So out of all the things that you're feeling, simply don't choose which one to do from here. Don't choose from your mind of, this is what I think I need to do. This is who I am, and so this is what I do, right? This is identity, defining, choosing things based on our ego and our projections of our beliefs and perspectives. Instead, make a choice about what you're gonna do from a different place entirely, from here, and listen to the feeling of excitement within you. Whatever sounds the most exciting sometimes might be scary. You might think with your ego, no, this is not something I should do, right? I would actually prefer to do this instead. But if your excitement is calling you to do something, move forwards with it. And every time we make a choice in our life to move out of love and excitement, it profoundly impacts the creation of our path and the timeline that we are on. Now, I've been doing this for the last 2 years. I heard Bashar share this to follow my excitement. I really listened to him. Follow your excitement to the best of your ability, right, with whatever you've got. And I've been doing it every single day, period. I have been. I have been acting completely out of choosing with my excitement. And my spiritual path has unfolded with much more extremities and all kinds of beautiful things manifesting in my life that are truly resonant of who I am and what I, on a higher level, have chosen here to come and experience. I think that that's pretty clear to everybody. Whether you agree with me or the things that I've been sharing lately or what, whether any of that's true for you or not, it's true for me in my reality. And I'm getting this profound gift of experiencing my reflection in life. I'm having a badass time. I really am. Because I'm listening to my excitement. So I'll give you an example. A long time ago, I was a waiter at Chili's and I had that job. And I really wanted to just hit the road in my car and make YouTube videos and travel around. I didn't want to live in LA anymore. I didn't want to be in the certain living situation that I was in. I didn't want to have to go to this job, But I was scared. How am I going to make money? How am I going to be okay? Everybody's going to judge me and say I'm a homeless person because I'm living in my car, Nobody's going to want to be with me. How am I going to meet my romantic partner if I do this, All this fear, all this doubt. So for me to choose to stay at my job and in my past living situation and stay on that timeline of reality would have been a choice made out of fear. And out of fear that I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. Choosing to leave in my car, hit the road with a camera, and make daily videos at the time, that was 100% because that's what sounded more exciting to me than anything else. And today, what sounds more exciting to me right now than anything else is to go to the library and upload this for you guys to be able to watch tonight. Happy Tuesday to everybody. And then to just play my guitar. That's what sounds the most exciting to me. Now, I don't understand why. I don't understand why that's what my being wants me to do, is play guitar. It seems pretty silly because I feel like what I should be doing is pouring my time and attention into my YouTube channel and manifesting my new business model so that everything will be quote unquote okay in my life. But I'm trusting my excitement and my intuition and my heart. And I'm gonna just go sit there and play guitar. And I don't know why that's what's happening in my life right now, but it is what's most exciting. And I just feel like I can't go wrong. Everything else has worked out pretty well, So thank you guys so much for watching this Vibes and Frequencies video. I have been going through a lot lately. I want to let you guys know I'm really coming out of it at this point, and I'm really excited for a lot of the things that are about to fruit and blossom in this space. Now, I've experienced a lot of trauma in my past life, feeling that people abandon me and are judgmental towards me, and I just wanted to let you guys know that this is one of the most profound things that I've experienced from these last 2 weeks, is that me losing my mind, turning into a total crazy train, and feeling so much struggle and confusion in my life and all of this pain and shadow work coming up, even through all of that, you're here and supporting me and holding space for me. And that's not lost on me. And I just wanted to let you know that I really, really, really appreciate you all. And I really love you so much. It is really hard to do this job. I'm not even gonna lie. It is very hard to be in the public eye. 15,000 people are constantly, seeing all of my life and all of these things. And that's very intense. I'm sure that you could try to imagine what that would be like. It's very intense to have that happening. And especially the kinds of things I share and talk about myself, they're hard things to share with others and have the world know that, But you guys have been here for me. Thank you. I'm starting to feel a lot better, and I'm coming back. And my whole journey that I've been on, it's only been good for me in the long run. And I've gained a lot of strength in myself, and a lot of personal inward expression has been noticed. And I've also had an opportunity to see a lot of really destructive habits and beliefs and subconscious workings in my mind that have been continuously throughout my whole life destroying my experience. So I've met those things head on, and I've shaken their hand now. And I'm ready to move forwards and create everything that I am and allow it to be created. And this time, I'm familiar with the parts of me that are going to try to self-destruct it and mess it up. Because like I said, I met them head on, I shook their hand, so there's no way they can come in and fool me again. Right? Shame on me if they do, but we'll see. So I'll see you guys for the next video. Yeah. Much love to you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being you. I'll see you soon.